The floor is yours, my friend. Have a good
Oh,
day.
okay. Okay. Let me introduce myself. I am Tamer Ozdas from Turkey. I am running a business, cybersecurity, and I'm also doing an academy about personal development, sales, and coaching. So today I will talk to you about sales, the future of sales. Okay, and then you may have questions. Okay, so let me start my presentation. Before I start, actually, also Dennis told me to say something about myself. When I started personal development, I didn't read any books until I'm 34 years old. So I didn't read one book until I was 34 years old. So, okay. So my journey started when I was 34. Today I'm 58. And I have read 1,500 books in the last 20 years. So that means, if you didn't start personal development today, it's not too late. So let me start my presentation. So do you see the screen? Is it okay? Do you see the screen? Dennis, can you confirm? Hello.
Microphone.
Is okay?
We can't see the screen.
You can see the screen.
Can't see the screen.
Okay, 1 second.
Can you please share with us?
Because I didn't share. I'm sorry. Yes, I have to share. Sorry about that.
Yes.
I didn't share. That's why. 1 second. Okay, now I have to share the screen. Okay. Now you see it?
Yes.
Is okay now?
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay, perfect. Okay. It will be a 40 minutes presentation. So some of slides I will go fast, some of them I will go slow. But at the end, you will learn, what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's start. Okay, when we look selling, okay, in the past, that means 1980s up to 2000. Okay, actually selling was, just charisma, getting the order, telling how great your product was, and explaining the features, and services and solutions about your product. Okay, it was a one-way street. Okay, when we look today, it's a different ball game. Okay, because actually as a seller, our main thing is to create a difference. Okay, this is the first thing. We have to create difference, we have to create value, and we have to create demand from social media or digital marketing. Okay, so actually the salesmanship changed a lot from the past, because now we have to be also an expert in social selling. Okay, because of the COVID-19, we have less chance to visit customers, so we depend on two things: telephone, which I like a lot. I started telephone selling when I was 18 years old in America. So still, and everybody has to go back and to learn how to sell over the phone. Okay, this is very important. It doesn't matter which culture, which country you are in, you have to learn how to sell over the phone. Okay, this is the one of the most important now sales tool in the world, telephone. Secondly, to meet customers, not to face to face, you have to meet them via social media. Okay, so in Turkey, the way I met Dennis as well, LinkedIn is the very effective. So, when I started LinkedIn, I didn't use LinkedIn until 2020. Okay, I had some friends, but I didn't even look at it. Okay, it was not interesting for me. But after the COVID-19, it becomes a major tool for me to sell and meet people. Now I have 18,000 people following me. Okay, when I started, it was 7,000. Today I have 18,000, and I'm getting 1,000 followers every month. Okay, second thing I use is YouTube. I opened my YouTube channel end of 2020 now, and I'm also getting a lot of business through YouTube. Now I have 9,000 active followers and about 1 million view of my videos. I have 480 videos, but all in Turkish. Sorry, in one day it will be in English, but I will put this. It's my first English Dennis presentation. I will put this presentation okay, with your company, on my YouTube channel. So it will be our first English speaking presentation. Okay, selling, there is no failure in selling. Okay, this is very important. There's no failing in selling. The reason why, because selling is a mathematics. So that means, you see numbers here. Okay, interesting. You say, what's 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 means? It's very simple. When you approach 10 people, okay, 5 people gives you appointments or Zoom meetings, whatever, or Teams, and 4 of them comes to the meeting, okay, and some people don't come meeting, they give you appointment, but they don't show up, okay. You give 3 of them offer, 2 of them accept to negotiate, and you sell 1 person. That means you approach 10 but sell 1. What does it mean? It means very simple thing. If you need 2 customers, you have to approach 20 customers. So at the end, actually, you are losing 9 customers to reach 1. Okay, so this is the very important perception all salespeople should know. You will have always more failures than win. Okay, in selling, you have to lose to win. You have to accept rejection. You have to accept losing. You have to accept sometimes your price will be higher than your competition. Okay, but this doesn't affect your results, because your result is a mathematics. The more people you approach, more sales you have. So, okay, so this is very important. Okay, you have to learn. Okay, so this is the latest actually research, okay, made by Dave Curlin, okay, which I think you should follow. Dave Curlin is a very, he's doing self-assessment for salespeople, okay. These are 21 competency you should have to be salesman, okay. So this is, some of them you can learn, some of them you can't learn, okay. So I always tell them, if you don't have DNA, sales DNA, you shouldn't be in sales business, okay. Because sales business, it can be a hunter or a farmer. Hunter means you have to find new customers, and farmer means you have to, develop and business develop on the customers you already have. Okay, so these are 2 different things. So not everybody can be a hunter. Okay, so don't feel bad that you can hunt, you can go after new people, you can find new prospects. Okay, this is different. Okay, this is about your DNA. That's why not everybody can be a salesman. Okay, to be a salesman, you have to have the right DNA. Okay, which I will explain. So, okay, those things to be successful can be learnable. Okay, but you have to have the right attitude, and you have to take responsibility, and you have to you have to have the right motivation. Okay, so that means if you want to be successful, you have to have targets. You have to learn from your mistakes, and you have to always a positive mindset, okay? Because as I said, selling is about more losing than winning. So not everybody likes that, okay? The second thing is sales DNA, which, it comes from your birth until you are 6 years old, okay? This is about your birth, and after you learn your parents until you are 6, which is a subconscious mind, okay? This cannot be learned. You have it or you don't have it. If you don't have it, you have to do different kind of selling, or you have to quit selling. Okay, that means, if you need approval, okay, appreciation, people like you, people love you, okay, this is not in the sales business, okay, there's not in the sales business. Second means, you need always support from other people, okay, to follow your leads, to close your leads, okay. Also, this is not good. You have to be on your own. Of course, you can take some help, but you have to, take all the responsibility. Talking about the money, okay, this also comes from the childhood. Some people cannot, negotiate. Some people cannot collect their money, the invoice, because they don't like talking about the money, because money is bad. Their mother or father told them money is bad, okay? Too much money is bad. Rich people are bad. Poor people are good. Okay, so it's all about the money. Okay, so you have to learn talking about the money. which is very part of the business. About emotional intelligence, okay, very important. How you control, first, how you are aware of your emotions. I mean, good feelings or bad feelings. And if you don't have the right feelings, I mean, if you are angry, you know, and if you can, and if you are very anxious, you cannot control your emotions. This is also bad because in front of the customers, sometimes you have to be silent. Sometimes you have to, you know, listening. Sometimes, you know, when you negotiate, you know, you shouldn't drop the price immediately. So those things is about all about control of your emotion. Okay, it's like a car. Okay, you drive a car, but if you control the car drives itself. So it's important that you control the car. Otherwise, you know, you crash. Another important is the beliefs. Okay, which I believe is the most important thing in selling. Beliefs. Beliefs means, okay, you have good, you know, you have supportive beliefs or negative beliefs. Belief means like you can say, okay, it doesn't matter how many people I see or visit or call, my sales result will never change. Okay, this is like a very negative belief. And if you have this belief, of course, what you do, you don't call many people. Okay, you don't feel confident, and you avoid calling, you avoid follow-up. Okay, you give an offer, but you don't follow up. Okay, my biggest talent is follow-up, because I know after 6 rejections or after 8 calls, I win. Okay, and most salespeople give up after 2, maximum 4. They don't continue. Okay, they don't feel good, they don't feel comfortable, they feel rejected, so they give up. That's why they lose. I mean, because one more call or one more follow-up will, you know, will end with the positive sales. And the last one is rejection proof. Okay, rejection is part of the game. It doesn't matter how many times you are rejected. It's important how many times you win. The next one is tactical. Okay, those are also learnable. One is hunting. The second is, you know, posturing. The second is consulting skills, qualifying skills, presentation skills, closing skills, and relationship building skills. Okay, those skills are learnable. Okay, through trainings, book reading. Okay, so, but as I said, hunting skills, even you learn, if you don't have the right DNA, you will not do it, or you will do it, but you will do it without feeling good. And that means you will not able to convince customers, because they will feel that you are scared or you are not comfortable with yourself and you don't trust yourself, and therefore, of course, they will feel that, and they will, you know, not prefer working with you. Posture skills, okay, is also important. How we approach customers, you know, how we start conversation, how we ask questions, how you listen. One of the also very important skills today is qualified skills. That means differentiating the right customers, the best fit, from the wrong customer. Okay, most salespeople spend most of the time with the customers they will not buy, or they are not the best fit, or they don't have the budgets, or they don't understand the value you prefer. So that's why it's very important that, you know, you qualify who you will sell to. Okay, because if you don't have the right customer, it doesn't matter what you do. At the end, what you will do, you will sell at the lowest price with low profitability, or you will lose to competition. Okay, so it's very important that you qualify the right customers. Presentation skills become very important during the COVID-19, because now we have to do more presentation via, you know, technology, you know, remote. Therefore, you have to know how to present, not to face, via computer or via phone. Okay, so it's not easy if you don't have the right skills. Okay, you will not probably affect the customers, because much difficult. It's important, you know, your voice, your tone. Okay, your voice of tone, your body language, becomes more important. You cannot look to the eye of the customer, but still you can get connected via your body language, and your tone of voice becomes very important. Another skill is important is the relationship building. Okay, you can approach any customer, but how you keep it there. So you have to learn how that you don't lose the customers, how be connected, and how what you should do after you meet them. So it's a different expertise. And the last one is the system. Today when we look, everything becomes different. So companies who will be successful, able to have a seamless systems to connect people, process, and technology. So otherwise, they will lose their customers. So it's important now all customers invest in CRM, in digital marketing, automated sales process. So, it's very interesting now, according to the latest research, made, typical salespeople spend 20% of their time in selling, and the rest other things. So you spend 1/4 of your time in selling, but the rest doing other things. Looking at your computer, reading emails, preparing offers, meetings, or wasting your time on social media. So it's very important that the salespeople spend more time with customers rather than on computers. Another one is you have to learn how to sell. Social media, you have to learn how to sell because you have to market yourself. And social selling comes before you ask for an appointment. So you have to be you have to know social selling before you approach a customer, before you ask for an appointment. It's also another thing you have to learn. When we look today, everything looks the same. Any product you sell can be copied in 6 months. It doesn't matter which technology you have. So people, steal your technology or your solutions. So the only differentiation today is people. And the processes and the technology. So how you make yourself valuable in front of the customer. Those are things I prepared. You can use how you can keep the customer and differentiate from the competition. One is insight. You can share what you know about the market, about the products, about competition, and maybe offer generous ideas. Second one is if the customer already looked in the internet, Google it, and find some solution but cannot pick up the right solution, and then they need somebody like a consulting or a salespeople to make the right decision. And also sometimes they make wrong decision, so salespeople prevent them to make wrong decision. And sometimes the people we approach are not the final decision maker, but they have to impress or sell to their superiors. So you have to learn, you have to teach them how to sell the people who will make the last decision. Also, I believe every salespeople now should have a financial knowledge so they can verify return of investment or total cost of ownership. Those are two things you have to explain the customers. If they don't understand the value, and if they don't understand that what they do is not a cost, it's an investment. So especially when you sell very expensive machinery, or you are in real estate, or you are selling computers. It's important that the customer looks the products you sell not as a cost, it sees as a investment. So how we can influence the people? Those are things actually I developed through my 40 years sales career. It's about you. Selling is about you because you have to sell yourself. If you don't sell yourself, what you sell to customer, it's not, you cannot convince it. You have to first believe what you sell. Even you have 1% disbelief about what you sell. You don't trust your product, or you trust your product but you don't trust your company, or you trust your company but you don't trust your boss. Okay, so anything you have in your mind will affect your sales ability. The second is about regulate mood. Okay, I see some of you look your phones when you are listening to me. The camera is off. Okay, because of technology, unfortunately, we are every day, getting too much information that we actually, it's not possible to have all this information. Our brain is not developed to that. Okay, then at the end, you get tired and your mood goes down, you don't feel good. Okay, your head is busy. So that's why you have to sell when you are in a good mood. Okay, so I always tell people, okay, you are not in a good mood, don't sell. Okay, take a day off, go home. Okay, do something you like. Okay, you don't have to sell every day. I see plumber face, they're smiling. Okay, they say, oh, how can I go home? Okay, you can go home. Okay, if I will be your boss, I will say, okay, go home and enjoy yourself. Okay, come the next day. Okay, this is it. I mean, we are humans and we are not machines. And also very important, which standards you have. Okay, when you sell something expensive, let's say you are selling jewelry. Okay, but your salary is about $2,000 a month. Okay, 3,000 or 3,000 euro. Okay, very low. But you sell a diamond to a customer. Okay, and it costs, let's say, 20,000 euros. Okay, but your salary is 2,000 euros. It's very difficult to convince yourself to sell something so much money you never see in your life. Okay, so that's why I recommend salespeople who are selling very expensive things, which they don't have so much money. They have to increase their lifestyle. They have to go places where rich people eat, drink coffee. Sometimes you have to take expensive vacations. So you have to feel rich. You have to feel how rich people feel. Okay, so it's very important when you're selling expensive. You have to feel rich. You have to be rich. Okay, so when you talk to them, you don't feel, low. Okay, you don't feel inferior. You don't feel bad, okay, because you think this guy is rich. They have the power. They are much, higher position than you are, and you are a guy, poor guy, gets 2,000, 3,000 euros a month, and rarely spends any money, just rent, food, things like that. So you don't even survive. This is the problem when you sell very expensive things. The last thing, is focusing. You have to learn, okay. Where you focus, the customer focus. If you focus price in your head, even you don't tell it, the customer focus on price. If you focus on value, the customer focus on value, okay? So whatever you think, whatever you feel, the customer feels and thinks the same way. So, okay? If you change your thinking, your feeling, the customer will change too. Okay. According to a survey, okay, they made 400,000 euro in America. 400,000 salespeople. There's been, research, okay. Even they have everything the same. They have the same school, the same education, they have the same knowledge, the same experience, the same activities. There is 100% difference between people who succeed and who don't. Okay, and the only difference was the belief. Okay. Who believes the most sells the most. Okay, this is not about your education, not about how much you know, which products you have. Whoever believes sells. Okay, so it's very important. If you have wrong beliefs about your company, your product, yourself, and your product, you have to increase your belief. Okay, these are 10 things. I go quick. One is you have to learn. Okay, to trust. You have to trust people so they trust you. Okay, the biggest problem in the world today is we don't trust people, and people don't trust us. The countries don't trust the other countries. Okay, this is a big problem, and it's getting bigger and bigger every day. Okay, and because we are becoming lonelier. Okay, with technology and everything, we are lonelier than before. Okay, even social media. Unfortunately, we are now more lonely. Okay, so trust becomes a big issue. So you have to trust first. The second one is imagination. Okay, always imagine that everything will be better. You will be better. There will be better future. So if you don't think positive and see the future will be better than today, it's a big problem. The other one, is important is self-confidence. Okay, you have to believe, you have to trust. You have the abilities and you have the power to succeed. This is very important. Even if you don't have it, okay, I learned from my master, fake it until you make it. Fake it until you make it. Okay, it's very important. Fake it until you make it. So, okay, if you don't feel confident, you think feel confident if you don't feel confident. Okay, this is very important. The other one is be proud. Okay, what you do, okay, is important. Everything is important. Okay, but you have to believe what you do is very important to the world. You have to be fearless. Okay, you have nothing to lose. Okay, I always believe. I say, if I don't die, I do it. Okay, this is my philosophy. If I don't die, I try everything. Okay, it's very important. You don't get scared. You don't scare. Okay, because when you do something, you don't. The fear goes away. So it's very simple. Anything you fear, you just do it once. Everything will be okay. Open mind means be positive. Always think that there is more positive than negative. Okay, so when you feel negative about what you do, about the future, about your business, okay, you have to think bigger. Okay, so to have open mind, you have to read more books. Okay, so try to read one book a week. Okay, it's not easy. Start with one page. Okay, if you like me, if you didn't read any book until I'm 34 years old, what you should do, you start reading one page a book. And then when you feel okay, then you go second page. So okay, so don't try to the maximum you can read, is like 30 page a day, which I do. Okay, but after 10 years I try to do that, but I start as you, one page, two page. So don't pressure yourself to read more than you need. Start with one page, and it will come. Another one is how we communicate. Okay, is very important. You have to also practice. Short. Elevator speech is the one way people explain, or short talk. Okay, so you can start with your employees or your friends. Try to make a talk. Less than 1 minute. Okay, this is very good. Actually, people with more trust if you make short talk rather than long talk. Okay, so try to make talk people. When you meet new people on the restaurant, on the plane, on the bus, try to start a conversation. Make it short, and you will learn at the end how to open a conversation. Another one is self-motivation. You have to know selling is not about motivation outside; it's motivation inside. How you become motivated. I have two ways. One, targets. The second is meaning, what you do, the purpose. So you have to find your purpose, and when you do your business, you will feel that you are serving your purpose. And the one is you have target. Don't think about the money you will make. Think about the car you will buy. Think about the house you will buy. Think about the schools you take your children, or a nice vacation. This will make you more positive and encouraging. And the one is determination. Never give up. Okay, this is a very people always say never give up. Okay, you fall down, you just stand up. Okay, always try to be never give up. Okay, because if you don't give up, sometimes you will win. And the last one is positive thinking. Positive thinking means always see the good side, because when you look anything, you'll see the bad side or negative side. So if positive thinking doesn't mean you don't have negative feelings or negative thought. The only difference, you see the good sides of anything. Okay, so this is learnable as well. Okay, so top sellers, what they do, okay, they try to help their customers. Okay, this is very important. You help their customers. Okay, because when you meet a customer, okay, you can think two things: about yourself or about the customer. Okay, when you think about yourself, then you become anxious. Okay, furious, because you think about your targets, your commission. Maybe you get fired if you don't sell. Okay, this will increase your negative feelings. But if you focus on the person and how you can help them, then you will not stop thinking about yourself. This will relax you. You feel more comfortable, and you will see it. Then you will become a better salesperson. Okay, another thing is you have to love what you do. So If you don't love what you do, you love what you do. Okay, it's very simple. If you don't love what you do, you love what you do. Okay, like this is important because it brings you a lot of ideas, motivation, energy. If you like what you do, okay, this is very important. Small things, but makes a difference. Okay, but value is actually, when you look, value is quality, benefit, service divided by price. Okay, so you can always use price as a value. Okay, if you don't have any differentiation about your product or services, then you have to offer the lowest price. But if you give quality, means the brand, the benefit, and services, then you have to increase your price. Okay, you have two choices. Okay, sell value or sell price, but you cannot do both. So what is value proposition? Is about how you can help customers, okay, or person. Is about what's your expertise or difference from the competition. What's different, what is unique to your company? What's unique, okay? Not you are better, what you are unique, okay? People think if you don't have a better product than their competition, they will lose, okay? Which is not true. You have to be unique, not better. If you are unique, even you are not better, you will win at the end. And the last one is, are you best fit? Okay, never look, when you look at customer, you always try to find the problem or what the customer needs. And if your product or services are the best fit, that's enough. Okay, you don't have to be a better product. Okay, you don't have a better choice. Okay, all you have to do is, you have to convince the customer you have the best fit. Okay, also it's, maybe from TED Talks. Okay, today is stories. Okay, it's all about stories. Okay, so from today on, don't make presentations. Okay, don't explain your product or services. What you have to do, you have to tell your story, why you are doing what you are doing. Secondly, you have to tell the story of your company. Okay, this makes it emotional, and the customer will be more impressed and convinced and persuaded, because people like listening to stories. Otherwise, TED will not have millions and millions of people listening them every day. So, okay, listening is the most important part of selling. Okay, I always tell salespeople, okay, never talk. Okay, always ask question, listen, and ask deep question. Okay, so when you listen, you need your eyes, your attention, your heart, and your ear. Okay, so listening is not about just ears, it's all about attention and listening with the heart, meaning listening what's not said, what's not said. Okay, or reading between the lines. Okay, so about communication, okay, it's very important. You have to learn how to communicate. Everybody is different, so you have to learn what other person is. It's a different subject. I train people about this. So there are 4 types of people, and there are 3 types of perception of people. So if you don't know what 4 types of people are, you can never get connected. And if you don't know how people perceive the information from eyes, from ears, or from feelings, you can never get connected. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, so if you want to get connected and have good relationship, you have to know the character of the customer, and you know how they perceive the information. The first, one important. Okay, so this is very important. People have listening, valuing to those who speak them. They like to give something. Okay, so if you listen, if you value people, at the end they will like to buy from you. Hello, can you please turn off your microphone, because okay, another important is the empathy. Okay, empathy is to understand people's feelings and emotions, understanding their body language, reading their body language, tone of voice, and their energy. Okay, this is learnable, and when we now not selling to face via internet, via technology. You can still read people's body language. You can still read people's tone of voice. And at the end, you can also a little bit understand from their facial expressions and from their how they feel, how much energy they have, how much and what's their, if they are positive or negative. Okay. So I mean, if you make a positive impact of anybody you meet, you have to smile. Okay, smile is, I don't know, I know there are many different nationality here and cultures, but smiling is something. It doesn't matter which country you are born, which culture you have. Everybody knows smile. Okay, and people like to smile. Okay, they feel more comfortable and they don't scare from people's smile. Okay, you have to learn use people's name. Okay, very important. You have to repeat their name when you talk to them. You have to meet them appropriately. And also you have to sometimes use humor, and as I said, small talk is very important. Okay, so I mean, how you chat? Okay, chat is is a very difficult thing when you start. I mean, these are seven tips you can learn. One is you have to be interested from the other person. Second, have a smile in your face. Okay, and use the name as much as possible, especially in the beginning and at the end. And most of talking should be with the customer. Even you talk, it should be about the subject, what the customer is interested to talk. Okay, so all talking is about the customer and about them, is all about them, nothing about you. Okay. Okay, just think I will go. So because I believe persuasion is not a behavior. Persuasion is a character. Okay, so you have to have certain characteristic in order to persuade people. So I will go very quickly about 15. One is smile, knowing your customer, understanding them, get connected. As I said, you have to know what the other person's character is, how they perceive the information. You should never pressure, but you have to increase value. Okay, you have to explain value, and you have to make the customer curious about what you will say, but never pressure. You should be not timid. Okay, be comfortable yourself. Okay, because you are unique, and it doesn't matter you are scared or fearless. You should do what you should do. You should have a positive body language. You're open. Okay, very simple thing about body language. If your hands are open, if your legs are open, if you smile, that's it. Three things you have to know: smile, your hands, and your legs should be open. Okay, this is very three simple things you should do. Okay, you should speak not long, clear, short, with the right tone of voice. You have to be real. Okay, this is very important. Okay, if I will teach one person how to sell, I will say just be real. Okay, just be you. That's enough. Just be you. Don't fake it. Don't try to be a person you are not. Okay, you just be real. The second one is always don't fight. Everybody has different experience of the world. Okay, so accept what they have and try to be who I don't know. Okay, interesting. Okay, this is technology. What we can do. Okay, ask effective question. Learning how to ask question is a
Ozdas,
different thing.
Thank you. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, thank you for your lessons. Okay, mund t'japim Eduard Prokitje.
I didn't finish it, but
Someone else have any question here? Ndoshta dikush tjetër ka ndonjë pyetje? Nuk e di nëse kishit të gjithë mikrofonat, pasi ishte në gjuhën angleze dhe ndoshta për ata që nuk e kuptojnë ndonjëherë bëhet pak kështu, por që nuk e di nëse kemi ndonjë pyetje. Okay, maybe we have any questions.
Can I finish? Excuse me, I didn't finish my presentation. So is it possible I finish it?
Okay, yes. Edhe pak me prezantimin. A keni të gjithë kufje? Okay, mund ta dëgjoni nga gjuha angleze.
Okay, because I didn't finish it. So 1 second. So I will finish quick in 5 minutes. Okay. So, but I think I cannot. Okay, what's happened? 1 second. Do you see the screen? 1 second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. I try to go back.
Nga Zoom-i, shikohet nga Zoom-i, mund të konfirmoni në chat.
Okay, do you see it?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay, everyone, this is the first
Need
impression.
more time? Sorry.
I need 3 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, powerful impression important, and know when to back off. Okay, sometimes you need to leave the meeting. Okay, sometimes the customer is not the best fit. So what you have to do? Okay, just quit the meeting, but still be connected. Okay, always use the people's names and compelling. Always people like to make business with you, and people like what you do. Okay, there are 4 objections. Everybody's saying, okay, later on, not today. Let me think about it. I have no money. It's expensive. Okay, those are just excuses. Okay, find the right answers for them, but those are excuses. It shows the customer didn't understand what you're offering. The customer didn't understand the value, or the customer don't trust you, or the customer don't want to make business with you. Okay, but those are just excuses. And about persuasion is it's very simple. Is just changing how people think, what people believe. They change their attitudes, and they change the way they look the world. So persuasion is not about changing people's ideas, just changing the way they think, they feel, they behave, and they feel. Okay, those are 8 things. We don't have time, but these are 8 psychological concepts. It is worldwide. Okay, you can read about this. You can read on books of psychology of persuasion from Robert Cialdini. Is a best-selling book in Turkey. So it explains everything what this 8 psychology. I go very quick. If we give people first, they will like to buy from you. People should like you first before they buy. If they cannot decide, they look other people or the brand to decision. If you have the authority, they will trust you more. If you make people commit at the beginning of the sale, they will continue to be consistent with their first commitment. If something is rare, people like the more. So if something is the last day, this is the last promotion. So if you put urgency, people make quicker decision. Always people buy, when they compare 2 things together before they make the final decision. Okay, so if you make a small meeting, those are questions you can ask the customer. Why we are meeting today? What you want to achieve from this meeting? Sorry about last one is Turkish. And where you are today and where you want to be. What's the problem? And the last one is in Turkish, but I translate. What's the success for you? Okay, what means success for you from this meeting? How will know this meeting is successful? Okay. Okay, this is my book. It's sold about 70,000 copies in Turkey. One day I hope it will be in English. But 10 Golden Rules of Selling is the name of the book. So those are things I talk about the book. What's 10 selling goals things is first is you have to love and trust yourself. Make good use of time. Time is very important. Set goals and believe in yourself. Dress well. Take care of yourself. Spend time with your family and your close friends. Be positive and smile. Live healthy and eat well. This is important because energy comes from health and sports. Love, value, and serve people. Okay, when you start making money, please share some of them with social projects and people who need it. And the last one is travel. This is what we need. Okay, try to meet people, because every people and you meet, it will give you a different perspective. So this is the last slide. Some people there are 3 characters of people in the world who fail, who are successful, but sometimes. And some people are successful, but they protect their status all the time. What's the difference? Their character. Okay, so this is actually the message I want to give. The character is the most important persuasion skill and differentiation between salespeople So if you want to follow me, it's in Turkish story. I have a YouTube Taner Ozdas 1, but in Turkish. I have Spotify in Turkish, but on the social media, including LinkedIn. Taner Ozdas, you can always follow me on everything today. Translation, I know, from Instagram and LinkedIn. So thank you very much for listening to me. So I finished my speech.